Hi and welcome to my channel. I'm Bunny or Gun Bunny, and today is going to be part 2 of my mini airsoft series I guess I'm doing. This is kind of at the request of some of my patrons who were asking if I could do some more airsoft, especially relating to going to do some LARPs and such. And since I have not had enough experience with airsoft to feel comfortable doing that, I'm making these videos to do some sorry, my itchy. I'm making these videos so that I can get some more experience with airsoft and kind of start to fulfill the request. Let them know that yes, I am working on this. I mean, of course, I responded in the chat when they asked me, but I am doing this as yeah, I want to do that request. I think it's a good idea, and this could be part of my journey, and it's interesting for me to explore. As well as I think, I want to document the experience I have before I go do the LARPs and stuff. So yeah, if you want to give more requests like this, etc., please join my Patreon. I love getting ideas like this. There's also a chat, etc. But without further ado, so last time we talked about a airsoft lever gun, and today we are going to be looking at this. It is an airsoft BB SBR that also is full auto. Now, I've never shot a firearm full auto, but I have shot plenty of SBRs, and I have shot Super Safety, so I'm pretty excited to see what this is like, and see if I can compare it to, other, firearm SBRs I've shot, and also compare it to the lever gun and see what's different. I remember, if you remember, or if you haven't watched the video, go check it out, but, I was very confused about the instructions for the lever gun and some of the things, so let's see if this is, just as confusing or etc. It is a different brand as well. So without further ado, let us get started. So I'm gonna turn it around. So here it does actually say that the CO2 is not included, which is helpful because the other box did not say that, which I was annoyed by. So opening it up, again, it's a very similar case to the other one and similar to other guns cases I've seen. You kind of open it, and then you have, your mag. I think it's a speed loader. You have your gun. I think it's gonna be a select fire, which is awesome. Sorry, I'm getting my hair up. Oh, it's hot in here. All right, so yes, I think this is a speed loader. We got a mag. Oh wow, that's heavy. This mag is as heavy without anything in it as a full PMag for like a full 30 round PMag that I have for my What Would Stoner Do. So that's already noticeably heavy. It's metal and plastic. And then here we have the SBR. This is, again, weightier than again, the lever gun, this is a weighty thing. It's not plastic, in terms of my other one, which is cheaper. This isn't expensive, it's weighty. It feels like a real firearm. If I did not know better, I could easily mistake this for a firearm. Again, I'm not the most, it even has a fucking serial number. I am not the most, I'm not the best at sight recognition, but from a glance, I'm trying to see what would tell me here that this is not a firearm. Everything about it. Yeah, you have select fire. You have the paddle mag, the paddle slide bullets. Let's see if that actually works. I think this is to take off the stock. There you go. Or extend the stock. It's very oily, just like a firearm would come. These are not toys, they're real, sporting devices. The Olympics, they use air guns. Again, it's not even close to the type of shooting I will do with air guns, but this is a type of sport. It's not I think it's really interesting learning about this because I didn't know, when I went into this world, I really knew anything about firearms, but I thought air guns were only a kid's toy. Because there are cheaper air guns that you can get as kids' toys. But these are obviously not kids' toys. These are obviously real sporting devices that people use for sports. like this is very nice and very fancy because it's like a real, you know, thing. Like it's just not a firearm. It's different, you know? So besides obviously like the logo and it says BB Cal on it, I'm still yet to find anything that tells me that this is not a firearm. Like, okay, if you look, open the slide, as soon as you check it's clear, you're gonna see metal in there that tells you that that's not a real barrel. So that is one way to tell. I mean, like, the rail is like metal. Everything looks really like, yeah, like this is a thing. Like, again, I should stop saying real. I don't, you know, whatever. Like, this is an actual sporting device that people use. I just don't know much about the world, and that's why I'm doing these videos. But like, yes, I prefer firearms to air guns, but like, sorry, I thought of something really funny. Anyone who knows Avatar: The Last Airbender, right? I made a joke once about like wet fire because you have dry fire, but I thought of something funnier. So you have firearms, you have air guns, you have water guns. We need earth guns to complete. And then I can wield all of them and I can be the Avatar. And then the Fire Nation attacked with their bullets that, you know, were more painful than, you know, and could actually kill people, unlike everything else. But that's funny. It's funny. Someone figure out an earth gun for me.
Can you shut the fuck up?
But anyway, like a water gun, like this is a real thing. It's really interesting to see. I'm going to do something dumb. Don't do that. I'm going to look down the barrel. Yeah, so the barrel, like, you can tell it doesn't look like a real barrel. So those are some telltale things, but like, I can tell, but I probably would not have been able to tell if I hadn't picked it up and started looking at it. Probably there are people who are much more experienced with firearms than me, because I'm barely experienced with firearms, that I could tell from just looking at it. But for me, if I had not handled this and checked these things, I probably would not have been able to see. So I think that's pretty cool. You know, what else? Let's like figure out, you know, I think that when I racked it, see, it is on safe currently. So let's put it on fire, make sure that the hammer's down. There we go. Okay, so now we have the hammer down. Close that. Let's see if we can lock open the slide. Okay, close that, because I had learned that you should keep this closed for safe. So you just kind of lock open the slide. You know, the paddle, like select fire and safety, works the same as everything else I've seen, similarly. And this like feels exactly the same. Like, it's not exactly the same, but like the charging handles are very similar to my What Would Stoner Do. All of this seems very similar to What Would Stoner Do. I like that it comes with the foregrip already. But yeah, all right, let's look at the instructions, because I should probably do that before fucking around with it too much. Okay, where is, oh my God, this is so tiny. Oh my God, this is the tiniest text I've ever seen. Okay, let's find where the English is. Okay, so let's learn how to do the, load the air, what's it fucking called? The you know what I mean? The canisters, the air canisters, the thing that go pew pew. Okay, there we go. All right, I know what I'm doing. This channel is not just pure chaos. Okay, so let's see, this tiny ass text. Literally look how small this is. Okay, anyway. Okay, so it says to use Crossman branded CO2, which I have. The other one did not say a specific brand, which is why I used these. So it says to point to your gun, put it on safe, point in safe direction, and then it says, do the thing with the magazine, which is like, I like that it's, you know, overly being safe, like gun safety and stuff like that has been drilled into me, but like, it is nice that they're very like pedantic about it. But it makes me laugh a little bit that you don't actually handle the gun at all, but then they give you instructions for handling the gun. Anyway, all right, let's see. I've learned not to do things until I've read through the entire instructions. I know, right? It's wild, me learning things. All right, so there's a little thing that says open under here. It just says to like pry it open, which I don't love. Okay, you know what wasn't helpful at all about that? It says open here, right? So I'm prying here in this little gap here, but really it's this little thing on the other side where they didn't label it. Come on, airsoft people. Fucking hell. Look at that. Oh my God. Okay, so then I'm assuming I just put them in. It's interesting that this one is in the magazine where the other one it was in the stock. Okay, so then it wants me to use this to like unscrew these two pieces a little bit so that the other things can fit. Okay, so it just says until it pierces, but I don't know what that means. Okay, so they're both in. What else? I love how I read all of this and then completely forgot it after I read it. Come on. There we go. I got it closed. Mag is done. All right, so now my question is, how the fuck do we load them? Okay, so it's basically like my other thing. Oh! Okay, that doesn't want to go in. Oh, do I have to push it like all of the way? Shit. Okay, so see, there's this little thing here. Oh my god, that is a pain in the ass. And then I lock it under a BB or two. Okay, that makes sense. And see, I need to see how it feeds. Now let's see how this thing works. Okay, so there's an open here. And okay, so I think I pour a bunch in. It's very like easy pouring, but it only like pours out 2 at a time, which is really fucking annoying. There we go. All right. That's probably crap. No, I spilled them. This is what happens when you film when you're tired, bunny. Fuck. All right, I'm assuming I shove it into here somehow. And you just press it and it launched a BB. Oh my god. Ah, what is happening? They're going everywhere. All right. I think that's cool. I'm going to collect the BBs that I've lost. It's not like it's 10mm or something, but I just don't want to like... Oh! I'm going to be sending down a lot of these downrange. Let's conserve some of them. Oh, my nose is itchy. All right, so that... I need iPro. Let's go get some iPro. I'm interrupting the video to tell you really fast about my Patreon. Now, if you don't know, my channel is not monetized through YouTube and I don't do sponsorships. So this means that my only means of support for my channel is actually through my Patreon. There are multiple different levels with different types of extra content and perks that you can get, all starting at just $5. I would personally really appreciate if you joined it. I have trying to build a lovely community there, and I would love to see you there. If you are not a fan of monthly subscriptions or just don't really want to do Patreon, that's totally fine. You can always support my channel by liking my videos, commenting, sharing, and subscribing. Other ways you can support my channel, of course, is through my PO box. I have a tactical gear wish list, as well as always being open to messages. I think I have an Amazon wish list somewhere too if you want to get me something off of that. This shirt was off of that, which is lovely. I'm also always open to messages. If it's like, hey, I want to get you something for cosplay. There's some cosplay makeup I've been wanting, or there's tons of stuff. You're always welcome to message me. I have tons of social medias, which will be on screen now. So thank you. And please enjoy the rest of the video. So I have the same shooting setup as I did last time. And yes, I will do multiple angles, but let's just get my first shots for now. All right, so I'm about like 5 yards away from the target. I have my eyes, I have my mag. It's in. I think that closed it. Okay, well, let us see. All right, I put it on semi-auto. I'm not gonna mag pod yet because I'm not sure if, you know, that's... Oh wow, I've never seen sights like this. These are confusing. All right, hopefully they work. What the fuck? I'm not really sure how I'm supposed to align them, but let's just... Oh my god, I flinched so bad. Wow. That's one of the good things for this, is it's really helpful for training your flinch. It's a really heavy trigger pull. Or maybe my ergonomics are just really bad right now. No, that's like a double action trigger pull. All right, I'm gonna do a few more shots and then I'll switch to full auto. I have no idea where I'm hitting. Okay, now I'm on, but holy shit, is that trigger pull heavy. All right, that's another hit. And another one. Ow. And that's why we wear Air Pro. So, here, let me put this on safe. That is semi. I'm gonna move back now for full auto. Actually, no, I'm fine. I'm lazy, whatever. All right, let's do full auto and then I will change some angles and yeah. Or not. Actually, you know what? I'm just gonna do full auto and then I'm gonna wrap this up because I will do more of this. Don't worry, if you want more of this, I will have it in my third video where I compare 3 different BB guns, including this, and I will compare like marksmanship for all of them. So do not worry, there will be more of this. All right, let's do full auto. That's wild. So there's not even like, it's not recoil, but there is vibration to it that almost is like a very light recoil. And I'm still hitting at least one of my shots. So I can do a single shot if I'm very careful. Or I was just empty, never mind. But yeah, there we go. That's pretty cool. I like it. The bag release works. You know, it locks open on empty, which is so nice. It's pretty intuitive as someone who loves shooting SBRs and is, you know, not that experienced with guns. I would say, but like both BB and firearms, I'm much more experienced with firearms than I am with BB guns, but it's pretty intuitive. It's pretty fun to shoot. I need to eat some food. But like, yeah, no, I like it. I definitely would use it in like a LARP or whatever. I think I like the lever gun a little bit more still, but like maybe that's just because I'm a big fan of lever guns. Like I like this. I like the ergonomics. I like the setup. I think it's pretty easy as a beginner when it comes to BB guns, especially as someone who has firearm experience. It's a pretty easily intuitive, like, yes, I can take my knowledge from firearms to this. It's very similar. Again, like what I said in my first video, do I prefer BB guns over firearms? No. Do I think that air guns are cool? Yes. Will I spend more of my time and money and just in general, like, life on air guns? No. Will I, you know, keep these 3 air guns I have and maybe get a few more? Probably, possibly, depending on what I end up doing with like LARPs and stuff. You know, am I definitely more interested in firearms? Yes. Is this a fun like thing that I can do that is a lot like shooting when I don't have the time or money to go to the range and shoot a lot of ammo? Yes. Is this a way that can help me training for like firearms shooting sports and stuff? Yes. Especially when from, you know, in the shop with my kitty. Isn't that right, Hunter? You came to the shop with me today. You're a good boy. Yes, you did. Yeah, like, I definitely think it's cool. It's definitely more like, it's not something I'm going to invest a whole lot of time and energy into, more than just like, yeah, I think LARPs are fun. I would like to just do LARPs in general, and this is a great way for me to do it, like, and explore that kind of like enjoyment of the gun-ish world, I guess. But it's definitely not something that I feel like would ever replace firearms, even if it's cheaper, etc. But it is, you know, a fun way that I can kind of get a very similar experience as well as getting some training in that it does not replace dry fire or live fire, but adds to the level of training for me, the way that's more fun, gets more feedback, and is also just a great way to do things that are like, I want to just have fun and shoot silly things, but I don't want to spend like $50, whatever, worth of ammo. Like I want to, you know, to shoot a lot or work on whatever. Yeah. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed today's video. I certainly did. Subscribe, comment, like. Bye!